Good morning, my loving Tiffany Thinks family. It is super early and we are on our way to the hospital. Of course we are. And so today we have 3 things. I've got a pit clean, a blood test and an appointment with the doctors. It's kind of like a follow-up. We find out what happens with the PET scan results, a little chit chat before they sign me off for the next chemo. I'm still kind of having issues with the breathing, but I think it's because I've been at home and haven't done enough walking, and so my lungs still are like, it still needs a bit of help. So that's something I will talk to the doctors about, and I think I need to start walking to help with my breathing situation and my lung situation. So I don't know, I've just been at home sleeping. I think it's because where my back hurts, I've just been taking painkillers and sleeping most of it, but in turn when I walked out of the house I was really struggling to breathe, so I do need to kind of do a bit of exercise daily, just a bit of walking. But yeah, my darling is driving me to the hospital and we might pop over to our favourite bakery after. That's the plan. We have a few snacks in the car, so we've got pain au chocolats, which I don't know if I really want right now, but you all know. Matt made a little nuts situation yesterday with pistachios. No, there's no pistachios. Raisins, cashew nuts, chocolate covered raisin. Oh, chocolate peanuts. So he made this big mix of nuts and he just forgot to bring some. And then we also have some bananas. I'm gonna eat one of these now, even though I don't really want to eat it because it's fasting, but I feel like if I eat this it will help my blood test. So let's have this to kind of start our day off. 1 each and 1 each of the pan shots. Have you got front sensors as well as back?
Yeah.
Wow, I've only got back sensors. I don't have front sensors in my car. I was snoozing away in the car and Matt was listening to his podcast, and it's so funny because the podcast is about footballers and this goalkeeper, and they were talking about how they negotiate how much money and whether they talk to other footballers about it. And so I was in and out of sleep listening to that podcast. It was actually really funny. I'm going to rush in now because I need to get the blood test done first, and then we'll have to wait for about an hour before we get the results for the blood test to be signed off for chemo, and then we'll see the doctor and then come home and sleep. Your girl is so tired, so tired. The cold air is freezing, waking me right up. It's freezing. Because it's fasting, there's loads of parking spots, so that's nice. Really nice.
I'm gonna get a coffee in here, I think.
Are you? Did you hear that? Matt's gonna get a little coffee, a little latte or flat white.
Yeah, let's do that.
What are you gonna get?
I don't know, I'll get something. Fancy something.
I guess, yeah, you should.
If we're gonna be an hour.
And when I was snoozing away, I did feel bad because, you know when someone's sleeping in the car and you're driving, it makes you sleepy as well. Did I make you sleepy?
Nah, I was listening to the podcast.
Here we are. Out of breath. Hi, I have an appointment today.
Then you've got consultation and observations afterwards.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's cool now.
Yeah.
I am going to have a little snooze, I think. You kid. Oh. Yeah, that was so sweet. I love meeting you guys. Yeah, that was so kind. I always, whenever I see any of you and you come up to me, I always hug you. So if you ever come up to me, just know I will give you, if you ever come up to me, just be aware I will give you a big cuddle. It's because it feels like I know you, so it just feels like comfortable, like, oh. Oh, I'm gonna have a little snooze. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you want to get a coffee now, or? You can get it from there.
Not yet. I'll get it when you go.
We've got an hour gap. Do you want to get it then?
Yeah.
Do you know what? It was actually quite good to come first thing in the morning and get this done.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
we're kind of waiting around, and the whole day is about going to the hospital. So it's actually quite nice to come in first thing. Matt got himself a coffee, a flat white. And we're just now waiting. No, thank you. We're now waiting for the doctors. I think it's going to take about an hour because they need to get the blood test result, and then we will be seen in. So hopefully not too long. I'm reading. Matt has his coffee and his little pound of shock. The waiting room is quite full now. It's actually every corner is being taken up by someone. Very, very busy day. How's your coffee?
It's good.
Is it good? Fresh?
Yes. Nice and hot.
Was it fresh beans?
Probably not, no. It's fine.
Was it a machine?
Yeah.
You know, it's very quiet here because it's soundproof. Is it soundproof walls?
I'm not sure.
There's something soundproof here, and that's why it's very, very quiet. There used to be a tree in here, but a real tree. It's gone.
Was there?
Yeah, there used to be one. Oh, nice. Thank you so much. Number 50. We've not been to this room before. They all look the same, to be honest.
There, I'll sit here.
I sort my hair out before the doctor gets in. This is room number 15, and my birthday is 15th of August, so it might be a good room. We'll get the PET scan results, blood test results, and then sign off for chemo. They've got the computers here. That's the plan. So nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Matt's just taking his coat off. And I'm just sitting here.
Should I sit?
Do you want to sit next to me? Or?
No, not there.
Yeah.
I'll stay.
Yeah. Do you want me to come next to you?
No. You sit there and I'll talk to you.
I'm not worried about the PET scan results because that's just to see if things are okay. I'm not worried about it because if something was up, they would have called me by now. Do you know? Because it's been a while, so I think everything's kind of okay. And then chemo will be signed off today if the blood test is fine. Does this give a bit of Squid Game vibes?
What?
Like each of the rooms and you go in? No? I always think this one hasn't. You know, in the PET scan area, you're put in little rooms. And that's kind of what this reminds me of. Look, we've got a room there, there's a room there, and then we're in one room. I had a banana in the car, but I think it's made me more hungry now. I was telling the nurse who cleaned my PICC line, I said, because of the steroids, I do think about food quite a lot, and that's why I've got chubby cheeks as well. I would say out of everything, waiting in these rooms gives you a lot of feeling like this inside. Even though nothing bad's gonna happen today, it's just waiting around. But what they do is you go from the waiting area, then you come into one of these little rooms, and then the doctor will come in and sit on that chair, and then they will talk to us. So that's kind of the steps, and that's always been the way. It's always been waiting area with everyone, and then you come into this little waiting room, and then the doctor comes in. Sometimes on their own, sometimes with a nurse, my CNS nurse, but it just depends. I think today will just be the doctor. We don't have any questions to ask. My hands are shaky. Yeah, we don't have any don't know why my hands are shaky. We don't have any questions to ask. I just want to ask about actually how long it will take for the lung to recover. I guess it depends on everyone. I guess everyone's different, because my right lung, I felt like I recovered a lot quicker and I was able to breathe a lot quicker, whereas the left one, after I walk a little bit, I'm like out of breath. So I guess it's different. I need to have a chest x-ray just because I was kind of out of breath. So she's just going to check that before she can sign me off for chemo. Hiya, they booked me in for an x-ray. Tiffany? Okay, perfect, thank you so much. I'm the next one in to have a x-ray just to check on my lungs. And then need to go back downstairs to see the doctor, and then hopefully she'll sign me off for the next chemo. Hi, they told me to come here for a CT scan. Tiffany? The doctor wants to do a CT PA scan for my lungs just to check to see if I have a clot or not. My sister's here, she's come to see us. And She just wants to make sure there's no clot, so they'll do the scan now. She's just been booking us in for everything. X-ray done, CT scan. She's been really like making sure everything's good before she can sign me off for chemo.
Any thyroid problems?
No thyroid problems.
Right. Okay. You've been treated with interleukin-2.
It is about 2 o'clock now. We've been in the hospital for a very long time. I have had a CT scan, an X-ray. I had to kind of talk to the doctors. Now I'm just going to wait on a call from the doctor to see if I have a clot or not. Matt and I are so hungry, so we're going to the Carshalton Beaches Cafe, you know, the little bakery. We're going to go there and have some food, and then just wait on the call from the doctor. I can't believe it's 2 o'clock. I will update you with everything that's gone on and results and conversation with the doctor, and you know, being out of breath, and that's why they did all of what they've done with the scans. But I'll talk to you properly after I've had food, because I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry, and the bakery's just around the corner, literally like a 4-minute drive from here, 4 or 5 minute drive from the hospital, and then we'll talk properly. Sorry, I'm just so hungry. I can't even function. I think I said we're going to Carshalton Beaches Cafe, but we're not. We're going to the bakery, you know, the little bakery on the corner, the one that I absolutely love. That's the one we're going to. The bakery. The lunchtime rush is gone.
Oh my god.
Look at that. Yum. Hiya, hello. Oh. Matt's just putting in some petrol in the car. What a day, honestly, what a day. Okay, let me update you. I wrote things down in my notes. So, with the PET scan, you know where the ablation site, it can't be assessed at such short interval. So the ablation site, so you know, I had the right ablation done, and then shortly after I had the PET scan. So the reporter said that that site can't be assessed at such short interval. The right clavicle, so underneath, you know, the collarbone, that's reduced. So we know that the chemo is working and it's going a little bit smaller. So that's that. There's another thing happening. So there's a new area in the left clavicle, supraclavicular fossa node. Could be reactive only, but close interval follow-up is advised, is what I wrote. So there's a little area on the left clavicle area which has popped up on this PET scan. I didn't want to talk about this again in front of Matt because he was we were kind of shocked about the left side. But it was, the doctor kind of reassured us and said it was so tiny, and it could just be a node that has popped up, and it might disappear with the last 4 chemo sessions I've got left. So hopefully the left side, I don't know, guys, I honestly don't know what is going on, and the only thing I can think about is that where it's so small in the left that I'm not going to think about it. But it's kind of, you know, when you first hear about the left, because I knew about the right clavicle, the left clavicle just showed up on this PET scan, so that's something that's new, and I just have to take all these like new information. My oxygen saturation when I was sitting down was 98, and they checked my oxygen levels when I was walking, and that was 94 on movement. And so that's why the doctor wanted to requested a X-ray, a chest X-ray and a CTPA scan. I've never had a CTPA scan before, but that's to check to see if I've got any clots in my lungs. So a lot of information and a lot that I'm saying at you, but that's kind of what's been going on. I'm kind of praying that the left clavicle isn't anything to worry about, and I'm just praying that the chemo wipes it out. I feel so sorry and so bad for Matt because it's so hard. I always say this, all of this is hard on me, but when this is happening to your partner, so for him, this is because he wants to protect me, I want to protect him, and we're both very much like, oh no, it's okay, it's going to be okay, it's okay, because we're trying to reassure each other. But I know it's really, really tough. Also, another thing that keeps happening is anytime I cough up, there's little kind of dry blood sorry, little dry blood, and that's why they're checking for the clot as well. So it's the shortness of breath, reduced saturation levels, and then there's blood in the cough. So that's why they just need to make sure everything is okay and that I don't have any clots. She is going to give me a call, so I'm going to keep my phone with me and it's on loud so that when the doctor calls, we will know. She says, she did tell us to go home, didn't she?
Yeah.
She said go home and she will give us a call. If I need to get some blood thinner tablets, then she'll give us a call, or injections. But it just depends on what the results come back as. I'm not too worried about it. She also said the chest x-ray was absolutely fine. So it could just be where I'm recovering from the procedure, the ablation. Also, the shortness of breath, it's not all the time. It's only when I walk for a long period. Actually, when I walked into the car, I got out of breath as well. I don't know, it just happens. I'm so glad we're kind of going home now. I feel like it's been such a long day. It was really nice of my sister to come as well. I think where we were rushing, we were meant to meet her for lunch, and then where we were rushing around having all these scans done, and then I told her what the doctor was saying, then she quickly popped to the hospital, which was nice, wasn't it? Because it just kind of broke it up a bit, you know. And yeah, I'm just so ready to go home and get changed into my pajamas now. Just got changed into my pajamas and I think I need to have a little nap because there's a lot going on in my mind and I just need to kind of have a little snooze and wake up and try and process what's gone on today. I feel like I need to drink a lot of water because, you know, when you have a CT scan, they put a dye in you and they always say, make sure you drink lots of water. So I'm gonna have some hot water.
Flush it out.
Just flush it out and pee it out and get rid of the dye in my body. Hot water. So cozy to be home, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
Nothing like, it's like, I think, you know, when you spend so many hours in the hospital, well, we left really early because my blood test was super early. Then we went to, we had a little break because we had to see the doctor and they said like, you have to wait for an hour, then we saw the doctor, and then it was just quite intense today. It was like, right, go and have a x-ray, right, come back, see the doctor, then go and see this person, and then go and get your CT scan done. And then, yeah, it just felt very much like a very hectic day today. Wasn't part of the plan at all. The part of the plan was just to go and have a blood test, go and see the doctor, and then it was like, it was meant to be us come back home. We thought we'd be out by 11, honestly. We honestly thought we'd be out by 11, but we left around 2, wasn't it? So it was a lot later. Matt had something he had to do, but he's had to kind of change things around. I just feel really bad that it's been a whole day pretty much in the hospital. But it's just one of those things, isn't it?
Yeah, the day off today, so.
Yeah. Matt did have the day off today, but it's still annoying that the whole kind of time was in the hospital. And it's so weird because when you're there and you leave, you're just so drained out. Yeah.
The whole day.
The lady who had a x-ray also came down to have the CT scan. She was opposite me. So she's had a long day as well. When you go to the hospital, it's just non-stop.
Don't plan.
You can't plan.
Don't expect to come home.
Do you know what? When if your appointment's at 10 o'clock, don't think you're going to be out at 11. Never. Because there's so much going on in between that you can't predict. I just feel bad because it's your day off.
I'm gonna just chill.
We are going to just chill on the sofa now. I do need to update my mum. I think my sister will update her with what's going on. It is a lot on everyone, especially like family and Matt. It's just a lot. All of this is a lot. It feels like, it's never gonna end. And I just want a break. I have my phone here, so the doctor will update me. I don't think there's anything to worry about in regards to the CT AP scan.
Yeah.
Never, B&A?
CTPA?
Oh, CTPA scan, sorry, I said AP. CTPA scan, because I'm sure the doctor would have got the results by now, so she would have called us if it was bad news. She said if it's something, she will call and let us know and come and collect the medications or the injections, but no phone call yet. Matt's having a cup of tea, and what snack are you having today? I'll show you. A digestive biscuit and a timeout. I actually don't like timeouts.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
digestives, but hot water is the best. Hot water, honestly, it's just so refreshing. You know what we should have got?
What?
A boiling tap.
Yeah, we could have.
We should have got a boiling tap, because we boil that kettle so much. I drink hot water a lot, and Matt drinks lots of cups of tea. We should have got a boiling tap, maybe in the future.
No evidence of anything, any large clot.
It's dinner time, and we're having these flatbreads, which we've had before, and they're so yummy. So this is dinner, and then we've got avocado, red onion, creamy, soft mash. Matt made it, and it's going to be perfection. And look at the chicken. Lovely. And also this Nando sauce, we keep buying it again and again and again. It's so yummy. Ooh.
That's good, isn't it?
I would pay £10 for it. I think it's such a good, healthy wrap. How much would you pay?
£8.